Olandria is with Vogue. She's working with top designers. Do you think that does not make a racist angry? That is gonna make a racist angry. A black woman overperforming and beating you at that while being unproblematic is going to make you angry. These kind of women like Huda compete with black women. They see black women as enemy. If you're not below them, then they simply do not want you there. And that is what is happening right now.
Dear Huda, from a crisis manager, this has gone beyond the pale. The N-word, hard ER, should not be funny regardless. But of course, because it was against Olandria, who's the people's princess, who got the fame, the notoriety, the brand deals that you thought you would get because you thought you would be the Leah of the season when it didn't happen, because you could never, because when Leah had the chance to call out racism when she left the island, she did it immediately and then doubled down when Kenny ended up being a racist, showing that Leah does not mess with that at all. You thought that was going to be you, but it wasn't. So when people make fun of Olandria, it's okay because Olandria is in the spot that you wanted to be in. It's never funny when people say the N-word. It's definitely not going to be funny when they say it about your boyfriend. It's definitely not going to be funny when they say that about the black man that you had sex with on the show. It's definitely not going to be funny when they say that about your baby dad. And I don't need to take it no further. But he's your baby dad for a reason. Because y'all have a what together? A black what? Oh, but again, it won't be funny then. Last but not least, Huda, because I'm not coming up off your ass, the fact that Louis' knee-jerk reaction was to come on here and tell us you can't be racist because he's black, versus Jeremiah's knee-jerk reaction was to call Olandria the person affected by the slur.
Huda is the perfect example of someone the internet refuses to hold accountable. Every time she slips up, people rush to say, she didn't mean it. Y'all are overreacting. But at some point, y'all gotta stop mistaking charm and popularity for character. We all watched the clip. I clearly heard what was said. Now, she did say the slur herself, but her reaction, it spoke volumes. Laughter wasn't just awkward, it was acceptance. And that's where accountability comes in. You know what's crazy? I've always been really neutral when it came to Huda. Never hated her, never defended her, just kind of stayed out of it. After seeing that, I was like, yeah, baby, go ahead and log off for me. Maybe she laughed because she was uncomfortable. Okay, but hear me out. She's not just some random person on the internet. You're somebody with brand deals, somebody who has influence, an audience that's watching your every move. Awkward or not, there is a standard that you're expected to uphold. Like, it don't even matter that it was about Olandria. You personally acknowledged you heard the slur and you thought it was funny. And this is not about canceling her. This is about holding people to the same standard that they profit from. You can't cash in on culture that you won't defend when it's disrespected.
Thank God for reflexes, okay? Because nobody will believe what a natural reaction will look like. There was no shock, no gasping, no hint of anger in their expression. Their bodies did what they naturally inclined to do, which is laugh.
Hello?
Wow.
Hey.
And they're laughing.
Yo, I turned that shit on.
Hey.
Yo, what did they say?
Now, was Olandria dramatic at the reunion when she asked Huda to address her fans? No, I'm actually glad Olandria pointed out that she had asked Huda for help and Huda ignored her, because this truly shows how Huda feels about Olandria in her natural habitat. Which begs the question, out of everything that Huda fans could talk about, like her relationship with Jeremiah or Chris, why do they seem so comfortable constantly bringing up Olandria in a spiteful way? And you would assume if somebody was spamming your phone and you don't know the number, you would just block it or at least send a message. Just saying. Since this clip went viral, they rushed to their Instagram story to post a statement debunking what they have done, which is interesting because Huda could have done the same thing for Olandria and Shelly.
Nick's sister says that Huda is just sorry that she got caught. She has also come to Olandria's defense. On Threads, she made this post that said, "Please visit the following organizations that fight racial discrimination and injustice. No one, especially someone so close to my family, should have to deal with such harmful remarks every single day. Stop accepting apologies from people that are sorry they got caught."
The past 24 hours have felt like a fucking fever dream. Because what do you mean it went from holding Huda accountable for laughing at Olandria being called a racial slur to it now being Shelly versus Olandria? My last post, I said that I was side-eyeing every islander who did not speak up to denounce the racism against Olandria. And then I went on to say, because how can y'all party with her and be around when shit is cool, but when she needs defending, it's fucking cricket. The way that it computed in my brain and the way that I meant it was that I was specifically talking about every islander who had recently been partying with Olandria. But then people in my comments started coming at Shelly because at that time she had not spoken up or said anything about the racism. I want to make it abundantly clear that post had absolutely nothing to do with Shelly, nor did I ever have any doubt that Shelly would say something and stand with Olandria. I also want to make it abundantly clear, all of my pages, all of my platforms, all of my spaces have been and always will be protect Black women. That includes Olandria and Shelly. Because to my knowledge, and if you have a clip, an article, anything to dispute this, please send it my way. But to my knowledge, Shelly has never said anything negative about Olandria, and Olandria has never said anything negative about Shelly. So why are y'all so hell-bent on pitting these two Black women against each other? Anytime I see y'all start this Shelly versus Olandria discourse, y'all are always trying to hold Shelly and Olandria accountable for what other people have done.
Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel, and thank you all for clicking on this video. I think by now all of you or some of you might have seen the clip of Huda and her boyfriend laughing at the slur that was targeted at Olandria, and this has struck a lot of conversation on the internet, and this is why I always say at the end of the day, Black women will only have ourselves. Even these people of color, brown people, Asian, Latino, when it comes down to it, you can't really trust them to be an ally for you. We have seen from the show, even after the show, the reunion, how Huda and her fans have been targeting Olandria, or everything that she has done. No one has held her accountable. You will not see her being held accountable. Instead, they try to project all her imperfection on Olandria. And Olandria is just someone that is making her back, minding her business, focusing on her career. But simple because Olandria is being praised, Olandria is getting more attention than her. And you know the way these colorist, racist people work, they feel like because she's lighter, she thinks that she was supposed to get all the attention, all the brand deal, all the opportunity Olandria is getting. And so since Huda has a massive fan base, she thought that was going to translate into a brand deal, more opportunity, more business, and all of that. And all what she thought she was going to get because she's a light-skinned person of color, Olandria that she looked down on, Olandria that is a Black woman, is getting all of that. Olandria is walking into a space, taking up space, and she's doing all of this just to bring Olandria down. And it's not working. That's what we talk about in the last two videos about this silent competition, this one-sided competition. And it's kind of funny that some people are defending her with the argument that no, she cannot be racist because her boyfriend is Black, her baby daddy is Black, she has a history of dating Black men. Are you serious? Are we still having this kind of arguments in the year 2025? It's just like a person having a Black friend say, no, I'm not racist, look at my friend is Black. This comment read, I just wonder where do we as a society go from here? It's clear that Huda isn't going to go further than our own comfort to worldview. So those ideals and harm will continue to be perpetrated against Olandria and other dark-skinned women. It's incredible, tiring, and disappointing. These are the rest of the comment that stood out for me. Please pause and read if you want. This is what we mean when we say we cannot trust anybody. We can't trust anybody that is not Black. And the deflection is not lost on me. The way they always try to pitch Shelly and Olandria against each other, the only two Black women in the show, the way they try to pitch those women to compete with each other, whenever Huda does something, you will start hearing that, oh, look at what Shelly did, look at what Olandria did. And I promise you, if it was Olandria or Shelly that behaves the way Huda behaved on that show, you would have seen names. They would have called her everything except the child of God. But because she's not Black, she always has the support. She always has the backing. She can be messy. She can be out of touch. She can do everything and get away with it. But as a Black woman, you have to be perfect. You have to be poised. You have to be excellent. But at the same time, they will still drag you just by you existing. Especially when you are getting your back, taking up space that they feel entitled to, and they see you in that space that they want, but because they cannot access that space, they feel that you shouldn't access that space. They feel that you should be beneath them, you should be under them. How dare you as a Black woman? How dare you taking up my space? And I love the fact that Olandria is not giving you the reaction that she desperately needs, the attention that she's craving. I love the fact that Olandria is just minding her business, ignoring all her status or whatever that she has going on. And as always, we know that within a few days, this will blow over and Huda will not take any accountability of anything. That's just the way it is. Do you think it was awkward laugh like our fan are saying that she didn't mean it, that she was just laughing out of reflex? Let's talk in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching. Bye!